we're going to move into a trending topic about the holidays. So obviously, over the holidays, there are a lot of yummy foods, maybe foods that aren't so good for us, but are still really yummy. But I do kind of want to talk through just the holidays. Obviously, a lot of people are kind of Googling like, oh my gosh, like how do I handle my in-laws over the holidays? How do I, handle traveling with kids, things like that. Things that honestly can be really stressful over Christmas, even though such a like peaceful, joyful time of year, it can actually be very, very hard on you mentally. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about kind of what advice maybe you would give to people struggling through the holidays with just such a variety of things.
Sure. So I think the first thing is lower the expectations. Like make your expectation enjoying the holiday and not make it, I need to do this, and this to have a good holiday. Like this is what they say on TV is what we have to do to have a good holiday. And I say, you decide for you and your family, what is going to be enjoyable for you guys and take the pressure off. Like,
yeah.
You don't have to go to every Christmas party, and families can be hard because there's so much expectation. But if we draw healthy boundaries, with our family, and we communicate the boundaries in a healthy, caring way, that can help alleviate some of that pressure that other people have.
That's so good. I think one of the hardest parts about Christmas and the holidays, one of the hardest parts, at least that I've seen, is family and just relationships. And I think it gets harder the older that you get. Maybe the more you realize, oh, my family maybe wasn't as perfect as I thought it was when I was 7 years old, and things like that. Like you said, expectations, differences in tradition that you kind of create with your family that maybe that family isn't really a part of, and just things like that. So, I guess let's start, broad question, but how do you respond to family drama over the holidays?
Yeah. I think first, you're going to have to draw those boundaries with them. And if you're entering kind of a family situation that just has a tendency to be dramatic, and almost I'm thinking of those times where it's so emotional that there's less logic, people are not coming at it from the logical side of the brain, but maybe the more emotional side of the brain. I think it's healthy to draw lines there. And I think it's important to do that in a caring way, just kind of sharing from your heart. Listen, I'm not wanting to leave you out, but I'm feeling like this just causes a lot of trouble. Like maybe we can spend this amount of time together, but I can't be here for the whole time because, what happens is that it just becomes toxic for everyone. And I just would like us to keep our holiday from being toxic. So again, with those expectations, just because someone has the expectation doesn't mean that you have to meet the expectation. You have to decide what's healthy for you and for your family. And honestly, probably whatever relationship it is going to, it's going to be better for that relationship if you minimize the toxic interactions.
Yeah, right. So how do you set those boundaries? What's maybe a practical way that you could set those boundaries with your parents, your in-laws, just different people that maybe you're struggling with over the holidays?
Sure. Yeah. I would say communicate early. Don't wait till the day before Christmas. Give them time to grieve because they might have grief about it. So give them time to grieve, and then definitely just sharing from your heart. Honestly, my husband has a job where he has to work holidays. So we can't always make it to a holiday, and that can be hard for both his parents and mine. So, it's definitely like I communicate right away. Listen, this is what we're available for. This is when we're not available for. I think too, we've had as the whole family, we've had to learn you don't have to celebrate on December 25th. So just bending, kind of like what would be traditional too, so that we can still have a good holiday together. Maybe not the ideal situation for them, but I just sharing value to them. We value you guys and we want to celebrate this holiday with you, but this is what this is going to have to look like.
Yeah, absolutely. Christa, how old are your kiddos that you've got?
I have three. I have a 9-year-old girl and a 7-year-old boy and a 1-year-old girl.
Oh, so special. So Christmas is still just magical for them.
Yes.
That is so much fun. Oh my gosh, I love it. I'm sure we have a lot of people watching who also have kids, and it's just so much fun to spend Christmas with kids. Everything is just so heightened and exciting for them. So there is another side, obviously, to Christmas and to the holidays. Obviously, you can have big family get-togethers and kids and things like that, but then there's also people that maybe don't have family. And Christmas is a really sad, depressing time of year where they kind of are, everything is heightened and they're realizing, oh, I don't have that. Like, I don't have a family that has traditions like that or wants to get together with me on Christmas. So on that side of things, how do you manage that kind of depression, honestly, that can come up around this time of year?
Sure. I think first, the most important thing is just to acknowledge that grief that's there. It's okay to feel grief. And I think finding a safe place where you can share that grief and kind of grieve whatever loss is there is important. But then also keeping yourself connected. I know lots of churches, there's lots of activities and places that you can be in community. So don't let yourself be isolated. Don't feel like because you don't have the family that everybody else has, that you're not, entitled to taking part in the holiday. So I think finding community, whether it be in a volunteering aspect or at the church, within the church, reach out and let people be there for you.
That's so good. Yeah, I think that we even put expectations on ourselves and what the holidays are supposed to look like for us.
Sure.
Uh, so that's so good and so encouraging to the people watching, because I know that there are just so many different responses to this time of year. There's a lot of joy, a lot of excitement, there's drama and like
Yeah,
family anxiety, and then there's just loneliness, and it just is so broad, and I think that's another reason it's just important to be kind this time of year.
absolutely.
So many people are struggling with so many different things, and we need a
Sure.
little kindness. So I definitely encourage that for the people watching. But yeah, oh my goodness, I can't believe that Christmas is so soon. This year has just flown by, and we spent most of it inside, which is crazy also. So it's insane. But I think also that makes this time of year for a lot of people even more special, just to be with some family or maybe just have that moment of just celebration at the end of what's been kind of a difficult year.